If you've been stuck in the same 3 frets for years, then this is going to change the way you see the guitar forever. Now, by the end of the video, you will know exactly how to start playing anywhere on the neck without getting lost. The same method that unlocked the fretboard for me and hundreds of... You know the feeling when you watch your favourite guitar players effortlessly glide up and down the neck, and you're thinking, how on earth are they actually doing that? Meanwhile, you're camped out in the first 3 frets like it's your permanent postcode. GCD. You want to connect the dots, but you don't actually know where the dots are. Now, there's a simple system that you can practice that could save you years of just treading water. It's not a magic trick, but if you put in the work, you'll see results very, very fast. And it comes down to 2 things. Knowledge, understanding how everything connects, and muscle memory, training your hands to move without hesitation. Now, it's like learning a language. At first, you know a few words, then a few phrases, and before long, you're speaking fluently. In this case, fluently on the guitar. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through this system right now. So pick up your guitar, follow along, and by the end of the lesson, you'll be one step closer to fretboard freedom. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm actually going to share a lesson that I did for my student Mark yesterday. And what we do is we select a chord progression. So today we're going to work with 4 chords, an A chord, an E chord, an F sharp minor, and a D. And I'm going to play those chords up and down the fretboard, and I'm going to give you 2 licks or 2 sentences, 2 phrases in each chord that will allow you to build up that vocabulary and muscle memory. And over time, when we do this, the more stuff builds up and you become more fluent. Okay, and you can mix and match this as you please. You don't need to play the same thing all the time. That's the cool thing about it. You don't need to copy what I do. You can really mix it up. So we're going to start with the A chord. Now I'm going to play like this. I like my thumb over the bass note, and I play 5, 6, 7 like this. Alright, but you can play it as a bar chord. Alright, now you can just play like this without the thumb as well. Now, part of what I teach is really taking chords up and down the fretboard, so you can either do that as bar chords or as triads. Alright, so you can use this chord as well, it's perfectly fine. Okay, and I'm going to give you 2 licks in this position. That's lick number 1, goes like this. Alright, so it's a double stop, which sounds really cool. This is a very Hendrix inspired move. Alright, we've got our index finger here on 4 on the G, our middle finger on 5 in the B. You get both of them together and you hammer on from 4 to 6, and then back off again, and then you get 7 on the D. It's a little bit of a stretch. Alright, now bonus points if you can get your thumb over on the A note on the 5th fret. Really adds something to it. Alright, so you can do this if you played it as a bar chord, or the way I play it. Okay, that's lick number 1. Lick number 2. Alright, we're sliding here, and I'm using the pentatonic scale here. Now, when I'm teaching, you know, privately, I do have more time to be more thorough about this and show exactly what I'm doing, but because we're keeping the lesson short and YouTube friendly, I don't have time to go through everything, but basically we're using a pattern 3 pentatonic here, right? Which rolls off this this chord here, right? This E-shaped chord, right? So we go 7 to 9, 7 on the A, back to 9, and then I bar these 2 strings here, 7 and 7 on the A, and I get those 2 strings together and I hammer on the A string from 7 to 9, then back from 9 to 7 to 5. Alright, because these notes are what at your disposal is what is at your disposal when you play this shape. Alright, so the two licks, we have in the A chord. Or and something I should mention is that we're playing a bar in each chord. So we start with A, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F sharp minor, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now onto the E chord now. Okay, and I'm going to play two licks here. So the first lick goes like this. Alright, I'm using sixths here. Alright, a really cool sound. And I've got my middle finger here on the G in the second fret, my third finger on the E in the second fret, the high E. I get two strings together, slide up to 4, back to 2, then I bring my middle finger down to 1. Alright, that's lick number 1 for E. Next one goes like this. Okay, so I get the low E note, and then I come into this triad shape, and I slide in like this. But you could just play like this as well. And this comes from the C shape, the E chord C shape. Alright, part of the cage system. And again, I'm not going too heavy into the theory now, but just trying to give you a little insight. That's where that's coming from. So the low E note, and then we want to get our index finger is on 4 on the G, middle finger's on 5 on the B, third finger is on 6 on the D. Right? You just need to build that muscle memory. Slide back from a fret behind, back again, like that. So but again, you don't really need to do that. You can just go. And then we've got that double stop again, right? So here this time on 4 and 5. Okay, exactly the same place actually. Then this time we slide from third, our third finger from D on the 6th fret to 4, and then 2 on the D. There. So our two legs in E are or. Okay, so now on to F sharp minor. Now you can play F sharp minor like this. Again, I like to get my thumb over, right? I really like to get my thumb involved, right? My thumb is over on the 2nd fret, the low E. My index finger is over the 4 strings. Okay, but you can do that. Still sounds pretty cool. And when you're in this shape, you always have pattern 1 pentatonic, right? So I've got all those licks that I can use there. So the two licks I'm going to give you in F sharp minor go like this. Alright. Alright, I'm getting 2 hammer on the 4, and then 2 hammer on the D, and then the same on the G, but also pull off, and then 4 on the D. Now, this lick can be used in many different ways, right? I could do. Right, I could just do hammer on. Alright, you can do different things with it, so don't think you need to keep the same tempo or whatever that I'm doing, right? But you can mix it up a little bit. Right, so lick number 2. Alright, right? Slide from 4 to 6 on the G, 5 in the B, then back down from 6 to 4, 2, and then 4. Okay? Okay, so we've done 3 chords so far, 2 licks in each chord. Now let's go on to the final chord, the D. Alright, now we're going to get the D string. And do this little lick. Alright, open D, slide up to 9 on the A. And then I'm in this D chord, which is just part of the A shape. The A-shaped D chord. Again, another triad. And then I'm going to get the 2 middle string, hammer on from 7 to 9 on the D string. Then I'm going to move down to the G string and get the G and B together. Then off again, then back to the D. Okay, and now the second lick in D, I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to get the open D note, and I'm going to slide into this other D triad, okay, which is again the same kind of triad as the A that I'm using. But I'm getting here 10, 11, 12, again just part of this big shape here. And I'm going to do this, right, little Hendrix lick. So 10 to 12, right, I'm barring both strings here. And I'm hammering on 10 to 12 on the B. And I've got this little lick here. 9 on the G, 10 on the B. Hammer on from 9 to 11. Off again, and then 12. Alright. Okay. So when you take all of that, right, and you know, you've got 2 licks in each chord and you can really mix it up and just be free with it. Build the muscle memory, then let go and just play, and you'll have something that sounds like this. Alright guys, so what we've done today really is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to take this further, if you really want to go all the way and develop true fretboard freedom and build up so much more vocabulary, then that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 12 weeks. On August the 19th, I start my course Fretboard Freedom, which is a live course, 12 weeks. I'm taking a small group of people through this structured, well thought out plan that's designed to give you that vocabulary up and down the fretboard. It's a mixture of group lessons, private sessions that deliver structure, accountability, feedback, and motivation. All the things that you need to succeed and become a better player before 2026 arrives. If you're interested, click the link in the description and I'll see you there.